Ayubovan, Vanakkam, as we say in Sri Lanka. Thank you all for coming out in such large numbers to receive myself and my team. I would like to particularly acknowledge my second parents when I was here as a master's student, Tilak and Lalita Veerasinghe. A number of girls who went to school with me. It's really nice to see you all here. And of course our teacher, Marini Gunawardana, who has made it out today. So thank you, Anuja and your team, for putting this wonderful welcome together. It's very important that we're here as a team, because of course no one can do anything by themselves. I have the smallest team we have ever had at the Sri Lanka High Commission in Canberra. We're now down to 6 persons, including Ruan, who does all manner of different types of things, including drive, and myself. We have one other officer who's home-based, who's not here today with us, Tashe Gihani Jayathis, simply because she was not well. She was hospitalized about a month ago. I didn't want her to undertake this travel. So just to introduce you again to the team that makes it all happen at our High Commission. Mr. Abhiratna, who's Minister. He handles consular, admin, finance. Captain Disanaga, the Sri Lankan Navy. He handles the defense, which is an increasingly important part of the relationship between the two countries. He's also working on community aspects of our work. Manoj, who has the very difficult job of doing the consular work. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of an anecdote about Manoj and Gihani. Quite often they come in over the weekend, and they work long hours in the evening also to make sure that you get the consular services you want. You don't always see it, but I do. For instance, when I left Office at 8 on Friday, Manoj was still there. He was in the middle of sending 100 odd emails off because we'd received some passports in the diplomatic bag. He had posted them in the morning, and he wanted to make sure before he left for the day, every single person who was to get the passport was aware that the passport was on the way. So I have a very dedicated team. It used to be a team of 17 people when my predecessor, High Commissioner Chitrangani Vageshwara, left. And of course we had 8 in the Consulate General in Sydney, including 3 diplomatic officers, so now we're down to 6. But it's a very, very hard-working and committed team, so it's really important that you all have a chance to get to know us as a team here today. No one can do anything by themselves. We work as a team. So I'm very proud to have been given this opportunity to represent Sri Lanka in this important country, which is an important partner. Sri Lanka and Australia established the relationship in 1947, even before Sri Lanka was an independent country. It's a multifaceted relationship. There's a lot of interest in Sri Lanka, as you can see by the number of visits we have up and down. We had the Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles in Sri Lanka last week, and that was a very significant visit from what we have been told by our colleagues in Colombo. We are expecting the Governor of South Australia to visit Sri Lanka next week or so. Again, it's possible the program is still being developed. She may be opening the 3rd campus of an Australian university in Sri Lanka, which is of course a very important part of the relationship, the academic aspects. And we have at least one more high-level visitor that's in the process of going to Sri Lanka from Australia. So this is a time when this relationship is really at a pivotal moment. The world is changing, the tectonic plates are changing. You can all see with President Trump's tariff wars and various conflicts around the world. All countries have to relook at their partnerships, assess the best possible opportunities to meet the national interest. And of course, Sri Lanka is also doing the same. So you can see that the government of President Anura Kumara Dissanayake has put economic recovery, looking for foreign investment and trade diversification at the center of foreign relations. And the President himself has been very active on the diplomatic front, meeting friends from different parts of the world, different continents, and scoping out opportunities for our country. He's just finished a very successful visit to Germany, as you may have already seen. And of course, his first visit, the traditional visit of every Sri Lankan president, is India. He had a successful visit to India, and followed by a successful visit to China, and then Vietnam and the UAE. So, as the government's chief diplomat, he has been traveling to important partners, trying to assess what we can do for our country. So, of course, this is where a large community such as our Sri Lankan community here in Australia, which is 180,000 from what I understand, can play a major role. And for that, I really appreciate the sentiment that has been expressed from the very beginning of this event, that we should work as partners, the Sri Lanka High Commission and the Sri Lankan community around Australia. This community, of course, is representing Sri Lanka in the business capital of Australia. So I would like to get your support when it comes to the economic partnership particularly. I lived in Sri Lanka just under 2 months ago, so I can see how we have recovered despite having been bankrupt in 2020. But how we have a long way to go. We have so much more that we need to do for our people in terms of good jobs and bringing down the cost of living, and of course diversifying our exports, which is something which the government is really focused on right now. So I would like to get the maximum support from all the Sri Lankans around Australia, particularly this community. You all know a lot of the business elite here. I've just come from Sri Lanka, and of course one of the ways in which we can maximize opportunities, help me get to know some of these people, help me identify some of the people you may know who are interested in investing in our country. We need that investment now. Help me understand who are the business people here who would like to buy Sri Lankan products, who are the people who would like to enter into joint ventures with Sri Lanka, who are interested in doing tourism promotion, who would like to have larger numbers of people come to our country. Tourism has been an important low-hanging fruit. It creates jobs around the country, and Sri Lanka is back to being one of the leading tourism destinations of the world. But of course, in the long run, what the government is looking at is to try and develop more innovative aspects of the economy. Digitalization particularly is being given a lot of focus, and I know we have a lot of people in the IT industry here in Australia. So I'd like to know how we can do more with the IT industry. How can we connect our two countries so that we add some value back in Sri Lanka in these aspects? So there's a lot that I would like to do with you, and I look forward to taking this opportunity to meet you and try and assess whether you have any proposals, whether you have any partnership you could offer us. I don't know it all, I've just come, I'm still scoping out what we can do with the two countries. But my sense is, with such a large Sri Lankan community here, I think it's the 10th largest community that makes up multicultural Australia, we could be doing something together to really improve the image of Sri Lanka here in Australia, to make our contribution more visible, all of your contribution more visible, and of course develop this relationship with an important partner. Australia is an Asian partner, it's an Asian country, it's a country which is a middle power, it has a lot of influence in the world, it's a developed country, it has a lot of people who are interested in travel and a lot of opportunities for economic cooperation. So I want to see during the time that I'm here what we can do to really elevate this relationship. It's been an important relationship, and I think it could be an even more important relationship. And this is a golden opportunity to take action, because the Australians are looking around the world at who their partners are also, and they see Sri Lanka as an important partner. So thank you again for coming out today, and looking forward to meeting as many of you as possible, both old friends and new. So thank you again to the organizers for putting this event together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam High Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.